I'm still on this journey back from Wales. Now I know I've done this, I don't know how many videos that would have made it to the upload stage, but I think I've filmed 3 videos today, and I'm on my way back now on this drive from Wales, and I'm in the Porsche, and I thought, it's not all the way down, is it? I'm bored, you know, I thought I'd just do some Porsche talk. I'm bored, I'm driving home, I've got another 58 miles left to go. It's a 200-mile trip in total, and I thought I'd just do some Porsche talk. As you know, I recently bought a Maserati Ghibli diesel. Now, I've done all this before as well, but I'm going to go over everything for those that don't know what the current car situation's like. I wanted a Porsche Panamera, okay? And I was on a hunt for a Porsche Panamera diesel. I wanted a diesel because I've got the GTR as my sort of weekend car, if you want to call it that. But I'd never had like a daily car, a daily runner. So I wanted a Porsche Panamera, that's what I narrowed it down to. I like 640Ds as well, BMW 640Ds, I think they're a good choice of car, but a Porsche was just like, just a bit more of a classy brand, I suppose, to a BMW. So I decided I wanted a Panamera, and whilst I was on my hunt for a Panamera, I got offered a Maserati Ghibli diesel, and I thought, wow, this is a great choice of car. It was still under manufacturer's warranty, it was a similar type of car, it ticked exactly the same boxes. In fact, this has got 4 seats and that had 5. And I bought it, and I really liked it, to be fair, it was really good. About 2 weeks later, I got offered a diesel Porsche Panamera. So after I bought the Maserati, I then got offered a Panamera, which was the car that I always wanted, and I'll be honest with you, I was quite happy with the Maserati. The quality isn't quite as you want it to be, but let me just get this call quick, it's quite an important call. Back in a sec. Right, sorry about that, that was quite an important call. But anyway, I don't even know what I was saying now. I think I was saying that whether I was or wasn't, because I'm not talking to a person, no one's going to be able to prompt me through this video to say that, Calvin, what you're talking about is correct. But I think I was saying that the Maserati is actually really good, but the plus side to the Maserati is that's a 5-seater, this is a 4-seater. I got offered the Panamera a couple of weeks later. I don't know, I've already touched on this, but I'm kind of just recapping on where I was. A couple of weeks later, and I was like, oh man, I just bought the Ghibli. So I'd done a deal with the guy on this as well. So I ended up with the GTR, the Maserati Ghibli, and the Porsche Panamera. I've now put the Maserati up for sale because as soon as I drove this car, I was like, wow, the quality of this car is so much better. Price-wise, these are a little bit more money. It's got auto start stop, which is a little bit annoying, so you put it in sport and that solves that. Currently in traffic, by the way, on the M4 trying to get to the M25, and an ambulance has just been past me, so I'm guessing there's something going on ahead, which is more reason to do a video for me because I've got nothing else to do. So yeah, the Porsche, the quality, honestly, the quality of this car is so good. It's such a bloody good quality car, and I got in it, I drove it. Performance-wise, they're very similar. This doesn't have the paddles behind the steering wheel, which is a little bit annoying. Although I have just got the hang of putting it in drive and just driving it in standard automatic modes. But with the Maserati Ghibli, it had the options of having paddles behind the steering wheel, and it was actually quite fun to drive. It drove like a bloody sports car. It was really, really cool, and it had loads of power, and I just liked it. But overall, this car does drive so much better. Spec-wise, they're very similar. This has got a sunroof, whereas the Maserati didn't have a sunroof. And I suppose this is a Porsche. The 4-seater thing is a bit of a pain in the arse. That's a little bit annoying. I have had quite a few times where I've gone to pick people up and I haven't got a 5th seat. That's a little bit of a pain at times, but it's just a massive bonus, I think, more than anything, that I've got a car with back doors. That's what, like, I'm over the moon about this. I didn't have a daily car for a long time. In fact, I never had my own car in general for a long time. I then bought my Mitsubishi Evo, I sold that and bought my GTR, and that was pretty much my first sort of my own car for a long time. And obviously the GTR as a daily is just not ideal. It has got back seats, but getting people in and out is a pain in the arse, and fuel economy, maintenance, there's a lot that comes with running a GTR daily, and I'll do a video on that again at some point. I'll do a video on that as well, sorry, at some point, just going into detail about daily running a GTR. So having a car with back doors and then proper seats in the back as well. The seats in the back of this are lovely, loads of leg room, loads of space. It's like a massive luxury. So I do feel like I've achieved a lot from that point of view. So today I've done, I would have done by the time I get home, 400 miles in total. I just put on my Instagram that I paid £1.52.9 pence for a litre of diesel. Now I don't generally touch on or take much notice, should I say, of the price of fuel. It sounds terrible. It's probably quite ignorant, I suppose, is that the right word? But I don't know, I just tend to put fuel in and go. I have noticed that this car is amazing on fuel in comparison to everything else that I drive. But yeah, I've done 200 miles there, and I'm midway through my journey back, and on half a tank I done 350 miles, and half a tank's about 40 quid. So fuel economy is great. It's got all these extra doors which is great. It's got a big boot with a blind over the top, I'll show you that. And spec wise, it's got sunroof which opens fully, really good. I love a sunroof. Freezing cold aircon because the previous owner got that fixed for me, so that's good. It's got a spoiler that lifts up at the back, so you press the button just down there, and at the back a spoiler will lift up. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, maybe not. That's a nice little touch. Obviously the engine is not in the back of this car. Generally in a Porsche the engine is in the back, but on this car the engine is in the front. But overall it's a bloody good car, and I think, like, I was just sat there in traffic and my camera was sat on my seat, and I just thought, I'm sat here doing nothing, listening to, like, put the radio on. It's just rubbish, isn't it? You just sit here and you just look for stuff to do. I see the cameras there, and the main thing that sprung to mind was, that's the accident there. That car's facing in the opposite direction. I don't think you're going to be able to see that. Annoyingly, so one camera, it's a bit annoying. Sorry, I'm one for having loads of cameras generally, but I just picked this one up this morning. But yeah, I was sat in it, driving, bored, and I thought, I want to tell everyone how great I think this car is, because it's a random choice of car. I know that. It's not the sort of car that people go Googling pictures of or searching for car reviews on, because it's just not an exciting car. It's a bloody diesel family car, basically. But it really is such a good all-rounder. I am so pleased with it. So I have, I'm saying all of that, I have actually put it up for sale now, but I kind of hope it don't sell, because I'd rather just let the Maserati sell, hang on to the GTR for a bit, and daily drive this for as long as I've still got it, because I do really like it. And if I was to replace it, I don't know what the hell I'd replace it with for the same money. So basic video really. Porsche Panamera, 3 litre diesel. This is a facelift as well, by the way, so if you are looking to buy one of these, the facelift I think's got an extra 50 horsepower over the pre-facelift, and the headlights are a little bit different. They look really cool. But overall, the spec on this car is really good. It's got black, gloss black, like piano black, dash inserts, black wheels. They're an extra. They do a sport steering wheel with the paddles behind the steering wheel. Like I said about the Maserati, that was a big plus on the Maserati. I would much prefer that wheel personally, but it doesn't have multi-functions on it. That's a massive trade-off. So you can have a steering wheel with paddles, but you won't have one with multi-functions, and then vice versa. So would I rather have paddles or multi-functions? I really don't know, but that's it. I would say that the sports steering wheel does look a lot better. In fact, there's a picture of it there. I might have already shown you a picture, but there's another picture. It's a cool looking steering wheel, and you know what, when you sit in a car, when you jump in a car and you look at a steering wheel, that's like your main thing that you're faced with. This steering wheel, it's a very high quality steering wheel, but it's not too attractive, let's face it. So that's something I think I would change on this car. I have strangely, since I bought this car, I've looked deeply into hybrid versions. They do a hybrid version. It's got the Audi S4 engine in it, so which is about 330 brake horsepower, and so it's a 3 litre. Is it a 3 litre supercharged V6 engine? Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's right. 330 brake horsepower there or thereabouts, and then with the hybrid electric motor, it adds, I think, an extra 120 brake horsepower, somewhere along them lines. I don't know off the top of my head, but I've looked at them because, one, I'm a bit unsure about the diesel market at the minute, and two, with a hybrid you get the sound. You know, you start the engine on this, it sounds like it's a bloody diesel. It's nothing really to have a party about. It's a diesel, and diesels, don't matter what you do, they sound like diesels, and when you're a petrol head, you want the sound of a petrol engine. So hybrids are something that I think, I don't know, I'm a petrol head, I like petrol cars, don't get me wrong, I love my GTR, but as a daily runner, a hybrid could be a good way to go, because the S4 engine, that engine is bloody brilliant, it performs amazingly well, and with the hybrid power on top of that, you can have more performance and the sound of a petrol engine, which is what I'd want. So, Panamera, I'm very pleased with it. This one in particular, like I say, it's got loads of great spec, which it was just a pure coincidence that I got offered this car at that exact time, and it was the exact car that I would have bought if I was on the prowl for one. Literally, the colour, the wheels, the spec, the fact that it's a facelift. This for me is like my perfect Panamera. But like I said, since owning it, I think if I was to given the choice today to have either a diesel or a hybrid one, I'd be interested to see what a hybrid one's like, because they've got that engine in it, and I reckon that'd be quite a cool car. So that's it. Traffic's now moving. In fact, there's a national speed limit sign there, so I should be able to pick up a bit of speed. Generally I drive with a sports mode on all the time. We're on the move, on the move even. Oh, Kia can't drive, stay there Mr. Kia. Just because the sports mode gives it a bit more throttle response, but if you are driving along in 7th gear like I am now at 90 miles an hour, if you're a policeman, I'm actually driving at 69 miles an hour, but if you press the sports mode off, it'll put it up to 8th gear, which saves fuel. Great car, I'm over the moon with it, and like I said, I've done a lot of miles in it today, and it just really reminded me that this is such a good car. So thanks for watching. As ever, if you're new, hit subscribe. If you like the video, do hit the thumbs up, because YouTube will basically see that as a way, it's a way of telling YouTube that this video is good, because YouTube don't actually watch every video that we upload. You know, the only way they can tell how good this YouTuber is, i.e. me, is by you telling them that the videos that he creates are good. And you know, the way that you do that is by watching all the video, and when you get to the end, hit like. So if that is the case, do that. That helps me a lot, and I'll see you soon with plenty more videos, right? In fact, let's touch on that before you go. We won't. There's one thing I want to tell you. If there's anything you want to know about my Porsche Panamera or my current car situation, hit me in the comments below. That's it. I want to know, I've obviously not covered everything. If there's anything you want to know about this car or my other cars, comment below, and I've got lots of cars that I want to do content on. I'm working hard on building up some content, so stay tuned. I've got plenty more for you. And there was actually one more thing I was going to say to you. If you don't follow me on Instagram, give me a follow. It's at Cowboy's Car Diary. I post there regularly as well, right? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, it's quite a simple video really. I just get tyres put on my Hummer. But something about me with videos is every time I go to do a video, something, without a doubt, without fail, will go wrong.